Mandaue Foam has its roots in Cebu, an area well known for beauty and artful design. The company's start was engineered by Rosita Uy, a woman whose ingenuity and hard work began one of the fastest growing success stories in the Philippines.
Back then, Mrs. Rosita Uy was running Rosita's Bazaar, a general merchandise store. Most of her items came from Manila, including foam mattresses. Foam being so bulky, she had to pay high freight costs. This gave her the idea of starting her own foam factory in Cebu. As a child, she was an orphan and poor. She was a widow at an early age and had 7 children. She had to work doubly hard to make ends meet. And her situation made her even work harder and more determined to succeed.
Her determination eventually led to her first ever store on Hernan Cortez Street in Mandaue City, Cebu. The very name of the company was a tribute to where it was first started.
Our first store was just the warehouse in front of the factory. So it was just a makeshift retail store where we let our customers come in. The first employees was the son of Mrs. Rosita Uy and his classmates.
Foam making was a hard business to break into. There were 2 or 3 established foam makers already in the Philippines, so smaller businesses had to fight to set up shop. Yet, through resourcefulness and the family's perseverance, Mandaue Foam gradually advanced and grew.
Our early success was when we were able to acquire our first continuous foaming machine. Being able to invest in such a machine enabled us to make foam at a larger scale. This gave us a competitive advantage in the market.
Their competitive edge gave them more and more customers who wanted quality foam. Expansion was their next big step.
When we opened our store in Cebu, we not only sell to Cebu customers but to the provinces as well. And so many of our customers would complain about the long waiting time and the high freight cost shipping to the provinces. So later on, we opened our first store in Davao and then next in Iloilo and Cagayan. Back then in the 80s, many of our customers would come and buy foam products. Many would suggest that we also sell bed frames. So we gradually added more and more lines like spring beds, sofas, until we became a one-stop shop for home furnishing.
With new stores, new products, and momentum from their great sales, Mandaue Foam was well on its way to becoming what it is today: a one-stop shop for home furnishings and quality mattresses. The stores that carry Mandaue Foam furniture only show the end result of what is a complicated process. Behind the scenes, we see much more intricate events. The everyday operations of Mandaue Foam include the complicated process of foam making. It can be made using 2 chemical processes, which lead to high-density foam, the perfect kind for mattresses and furniture.
The process of making foam starts with the chemical reaction of the diisocyanate and the polyol. This type of process is what we call a continuous foam machine. Within 120 seconds, the chemical from a liquid phase, it becomes into a solid phase, and it will be cured for 12 hours, and it will be cut into a small pieces or a buns.
The other business end of Mandaue Foam is designing and crafting fine furniture pieces, a process which starts with the foam and continues into the hand of skilled workers who are experts at their craft. The work that goes into making a single piece of furniture can only be done by craftsmen at the top of their game.
It starts with what we call a plantilla. There is a pattern in making a sofa. They make a wooden frame, and then after that, they put a rubber webbing, and then they put a lining into it. On a different department, they assemble the foam, and then they put on top of the wooden frame. And then after that, they make the cover and then put in on top again on the sofa. And then this assembled sofa, it will pass into a quality check, and then it will be ready for delivery.
And so, from the best raw materials come the furniture displayed in the showrooms across the country. The ingenuity of the workers, the simple brilliance of the design, and the quality of the foam used make these pieces the top choices for homemakers across the Philippines. But despite its success, Mandaue Foam is still a young company with many ambitious dreams and people who have the drive to make those dreams a reality. The philosophy of continual growth is what pushes the company to become better with each year.
Well, of course, we have very strict quality control methods here in Mandaue Foam. We have been, of course, improving how we've been doing all the aspects of our production. So that's in terms of machinery, the quality of the wood we're getting. Since we're doing things on a much larger scale, we, of course, really demand the highest quality of everything. So we plan to maintain that, of course, so that we can give our customers the best value for money. For our other future plans, of course, we've been planning to expand our product lines to include customized cabinets, customized kitchens, which is of course something that we haven't been doing as of now. And then we also plan to expand our stores. Right now we have over 18 branches, so we're hoping that we add at least 2 or 3 annually.
The modernization and improvement of their furniture pieces is just one example of their development.
The philosophy of Mandaue Foam has always been to never give up, to continue working and to continue improving our products. So if you come into our store, every few years you'll see that the look has been totally reinvented. We're always looking for new things and new ways to do everything. So even if you think you've reached this level already of, let's say, perfection, there's always another step forward. There's always another step, another thing that you need to do, and you realize when you look back, hey, what I've been doing before was totally ridiculous. We should be doing it. That's why it's always continual improvement. That has always been the philosophy of Mandaue Foam.
Though its style may change with the trends, Mandaue Foam carries the same spirit that it started with, and which brought them to where they are today.
It feels good that from a humble beginning, Mandaue Foam has become a national brand known not just for foam but also for home furnishing.
Mandaue Foam's new tagline, Welcome Home, reflects the new spirit of Mandaue Foam's furniture, where it's more homey. It's really designed to be put in your home and to be enjoyed by the family. It's not, of course, designed to just be a display piece where it's not functional. It's supposed to be something that invites you to use it. And this is an aspect that's reflected in all our furnitures.
Warmth, innovative design, quality craftsmanship, and beautiful material. It is indeed welcoming home, as long as you have Mandaue Foam.